Grace and peace, grace and peace. Good afternoon. What is up, peeps? What is up? So, last week we did the Monday, not midday. We did Mindful Monday. I'm going to talk to y'all in a second about what happened. So salute to everybody coming through. Salute, salute, salute. We got to talk before we get into the midweek. This is the midweek check-in. I had said that I was going to go ahead and do that. I was going to do that last week, but I had some issues. Big Cat, damn Foxy, I'm going to. Oh, it's okay, Big Cat. Lotus is in the building. Yay. All right, hold on, y'all. Let me see this lighting over here. Hold on, y'all. Big Cat, if you can, listen. I gotta play the birds right now because I'm on YouTube's radar. So big Rich is in the building, my brother Rich. So I am on. Let me talk to y'all for a second. All right. Last week we did a Mindful Monday. Why is my glasses looking like this? Y'all can see me, right? I'm tired. I'm gonna own it today. I'm owning up to, you know what I'm saying? Oh man. All right. So we did a Mindful Monday last week. That video has been taken down by YouTube. So when I tell y'all that YouTube, Instagram, Facebook, all these platforms that are out that are run by certain people, we got to be mindful, right? So they took my video down because they said that certain things that I was saying was giving medical information. So y'all can look up they took it down. I didn't dispute it because I didn't have my documents in order. I didn't have any copyrights. I didn't have any, the things that I was talking about was kind of off the dome. And I didn't cite any particular websites to get the information. All right. Yeah, Lotus. Mm-hmm. So it's in hindsight, I had my reflection moment and I sat back and I was like, you know what? My grandmother used to say this, or her husband rather. God takes care of fools and babies. I'm going to repeat that again. God takes care of fools and babies. Oh, I hear you. The weather's really nice out. So it's like you got to get up and get moving. I hear you. I understand. I understand it. But I will try not to be on too long. So nonetheless, they took the video down. It was about 5 hours worth of content. I had 111 views. Peep the number, 111 views. We were talking very spicy. I looked back at that tape, not the tape. I looked back at the footage and I was like, that was spicy, right? So like 2 something in the morning, I get this it was an email. I'm watching YouTube because I like to watch like the old school movies and videos and stuff. So like 2 something in the morning, it gives me this box and says, your video has been taken down. I'm like, what? So we were spicy that day. We were spicy. Listen, Aries is in it's the season of Aries right now. And if you don't know, Aries is the god of war. It's ruled by Mars. My Virgo is Virgo is in Mars. So that's that paying attention to fine details. It's the passion. It's the getting at what you need to say. I was watching somebody that was like setting the fire, setting the flames, and I'm just carrying the torch. When there's certain like-minded people that are flaming out or airing out some stuff, unfortunately, the platforms that we're using is the same platforms that we need to exercise our freedom of speech. But we also need to be mindful that certain things, although it is the freedom of speech, we have to be very careful about what it is that we're saying and make sure that we have, like I've been telling y'all, to dot your I's and cross your T's. I ran on emotions on Monday. So I wasn't really prepared to bring out certain sites and quote certain where I was getting my information from. So, I was kind of like a little in and out of it. So that's why it was like, I'm not disputing the video because I didn't have any documentation to back up what I was saying. But I was saying stuff that a lot of people that I subscribe with are getting flagged as well. I just saw another brother that I was watching, and he's on YouTube, on Instagram, and said they cut his video off because he's talking to the people. So it's a disservice, but at the same time, we need their services because we are here to, there are people here that need to get, whatever information that they're getting, especially from, readers, or any, whether it be some type of education, right? So it's gotten a little bit more critical as certain entities have switched their names from Facebook to Metaverse, and Metaverse we know takes care of Facebook and Instagram. It's in cooperation with YouTube, right? So until we have our own platform, like really our own network where we can get on and do all this and say this, and it's going to be it will be very hard and very tricky to kind of say certain things without getting backlash. So yeah, we definitely were spicy. That was about 5 hours worth of the content. So this is not to deter anybody from coming here and listening and getting the word. They gave me a tap on the wrist and said, listen, next time we're going to shut you down for a week. I thought that's what they did. That's why I never came back, because I misread it. So I just chilled out and I meditated. You know what I'm saying? It was reflection. Because again, certain things don't need to be said, even though you may feel passionate about it. I'm understanding, as much as I want to speak my mind and say certain things, I also understand that there are certain things that just don't need to be said publicly. And so, again, this is even prompting me more to get my own website, where not my website, but there's it's kind of like a StreamYards, but it's off of Instagram and it's off of YouTube. So you go into your own little circle of people who come in, and I advertise it on Facebook. Facebook? I advertise it on Instagram, or I advertise it on YouTube, and let y'all know, listen, come over to, I think it's called, I forgot what it's called, but it's a platform where it's kind of like a StreamYards, but everybody can come together, and it'll be like this, but it's not on this platform. So we got to figure out different things. Thank you. Black is Power's in the building. Salute to everybody. Okay, and also my beautiful Lotus. She's an amazing woman. So last week, in all of that, even I think it came on Monday, I got a brand new tarot deck. Well, actually, it's an oracle deck. Beautiful. I can't wait to use it. I probably will use this when I do all signs, because it has all signs. It's amazing. Look at the artwork. All right, that's the back of the card. And they have things like retrograde, oh my goodness, it's so awesome. It's so dope. She's such a beautiful woman inside and out. All right, just holding me down, like, damn, damn, Cancer. All right, we got sign Cancer here, we got Taurus. So it's a beautiful deck, and I cannot wait to crack it open with you guys and use it. I will most likely use it when I do all signs in 2 weeks. And then use that and see how that goes. Today we're sticking with the usual. We're going to be doing romance, as health, with the I'm going to be using the Seers deck for health, right? Romance is the angel romance. Y'all know, for those who don't know, who are coming in, I am I work intuitively with spirit, with angels. So most of my cards are kind of like angel inspired. And so I'm using the romance angel in case anybody's interested in what I'm using for romance. Shout out to Brother Anwar. He knows who he is. So salute to him. And the witches deck. I might use this for clarification. Or do I need another deck? I think I'm losing a deck here. And our good old wisdom oracle to end the reading off. Those who don't know, when I do my readings, I like to end the readings with an oracle. Somebody had asked me, what is the difference between an oracle deck and a traditional tarot deck? Oracles give you more of think of them as, for me, how I interpret it, as if the 4-course meal is the tarot cards, the oracle for me is the biscuits. They sop up all that juice and stuff that's just been splattered out with the gravy, and I'm hungry. But that's how I look at it. I interpret it as food. So let me see who else came through. I know Big Cat had to dash. All right, so cool. I know what's his name? Larry Beach was like, I don't like that listing. Listen, I'm feeling fiery right now, y'all. Like that really, I was like, damn. I was kind of shocked, but I also was just like, I don't know. For me, I'm the weird person that when they get in trouble, they laugh. I've always been like that. So I got in trouble and I was like, shame on me. But I didn't really do anything wrong. But if it's misleading, I don't want to do that to anybody. I don't want anybody to take my word for it, because as I have a disclaimer, I am not a medical professional, although I have medical experience. I'm not a doctor. There's no MD behind my name. I am not a lawyer. So, any advice or in the world, in the realm of advice is really just spiritually guided messages for somebody to take heed to it. And I do have my moments where I like to talk about other things that we need to be aware of. And especially, with the melanated community, so it's not going to deter me from that. I just need to be mindful about certain things that I can't use, because they're really targeting that, and they don't want people to be misinformed, So they did the right thing. I'm not mad at the situation at all. If anything, when you are corrected, right, that's for you to understand your mistakes and move forward, right? And how you move forward is going to determine, did you learn from your mistake? Now, sometimes a hard head makes a soft ass. So, that's why I'm playing the birds in the background, because I want to play music, but they keep putting the copyright. So it's almost like, all right, though I want to be a rebel, at the same time, where am I going to go? I don't have my own platform. You know what I mean? Like, I don't have this type of thing where I can just be like, all right. So, I'm drinking some herbal tea, and I think it's valerian root. So it'll keep me calm right now. So I don't get fired up, y'all. Ooh, mucho picante. Very spicy that day. It was spicy. We're going into Aries. Love and loyalty's in the building. Salute, sis. Yeah, man. So it is what it is. Anybody wants a personal reading? Dirty Kettles in the building. Salute, sir. Salute. Much appreciated. Thank you. So yeah, anybody wants the personal readings, they can go to my website. It's in the description. I think I put it in the pin. Also, if you go into the about section of my page, you can click in there, or if you go up to the top of my channel, you'll see on the right hand side underneath the little fox and the moon, you can go there for personal readings. There's some kinks we're trying to work out. I'm trying to work myself out with, because it is me, myself, and I that's running the little website. So it's it's still new, and it's in the infancy stages. So bear with me if there's a little hiccup when you're trying to get a reading. Just inbox me through Instagram. Still DM me. You can DM me through the Foxy Moon. Now on that Instagram, they shut that kind of thing down too. Like, I can't post on my other Instagram. Like on my main Instagram, I can, but it's private. And then on the business section, the other page, I can't post anything, but I can still receive messages. So if you really want to get a reading done, inbox me and let me know. I'm under, $50, so it's fairly reasonable. You can get a romance reading there. You can get a past life reading, which is kind of more ancestral, what your North Node kind of is, what you should be doing, what your ancestors were doing, and what you should be doing, living out and fulfilling their dream, fulfilling what you were supposed to be doing in this lifetime. So Captain Hood's in the building. Salute, sir. Thank you for joining us. Sorry, y'all. I have to take myself back a second because, So anyway, yes, if you do want a personal reading, I also do readings on finances, specifically just for finances. And then there's readings where I incorporate everything, romance, finance. You get an oracle at the end. If you just want an oracle reading, that's one card. So, take a look at the website, see what you want, what's your heart's desire. If you just want to know about your business and finance, that's cool with me. I have it set up specifically for that. But if you want to know a little bit about everything, there's a reading just for that as well. If you just want to know about romance and what's going on in that department, there's a section for that. There's a section for everything. So it's seven sections, all right? Because we're honoring the numbers, man. I'm telling you, on that last week, I had 111 viewers. And they cut me at the knees. It was like, listen here, you're talking spicy about certain things that's not, so that, so it's a flag on the field. You go back to the videotape, you review what you did wrong, and you move forward. You know what I'm saying? Honestly, I didn't know that I could come back on today because they did say they were going to take it down. And what I was understanding was that I was on like a probation. So that's why I didn't come back on the same week. But apparently it wasn't that. They were just letting me know, listen, we're taking your video down. Do you want to dispute it? I'm like, nah. Like, I didn't have a leg to stand on. It's not like I had documents to prove what I was trying to say. You know what I'm saying? So it's good. It's good. Thank you, Dirty Kenzo. All right, so let's move forward. Enough with that, the chit and the chatter. We're going to start off with our health. So if anybody's new coming through, I do a midweek check-in, which is specifically talking about what's going on with the health. This is a collective and an overall. So if the message is not resonating with you at the moment, try not to take it too personal. It just means that it's not your time for this message. Check back a couple of days later, check back a couple of hours later, and see how that resonates in your life. Because it's a general, it can hit a mass amount of people, or it could just really resonate with one person. This also is in regards to finances and romance. So whatever is cooking, it'll show up. If anybody does want not a personal, but a mini reading after me doing this collective, they can do so. Just let one of the moderators know, my moderator extraordinaire, Lotus Bomb. Just let her know that you would like to get a little mini reading. That's donation based, so you guys can send any donation towards that. Or if you like my content and you feel like what I'm saying resonates with you, regardless of the cards, you can send a little donation. You know what I'm saying? Just a little shum, that's all. All right. So let's kick it. We're going to go with the Seers deck. I'm going to do Seers deck right now for our health. All right. So, and also if you are new, I do readings for all signs. So if you're an Aries, I'm going to kick off the Aries season in 2 weeks and do that reading. If you are a Capricorn, whatever your sign is, check in. But it doesn't necessarily mean if you're a Capricorn that might resonate with you. You could know if you know what your moon sign is and your rising, your Venus. I'll explain that coming closer towards that time. Layla's in the building. Salute. Blessings to you as well. Thank you. All right. So let's kick it. So this is for the health midweek. All right. We're in the middle of the week. It's day 5. It's 23 breaking down to a 5. So this day is about change, shifts, Could be, there could be some conflicts. All right, because that's what the number 5 brings to us. So we want to take what's good for us. We want to take what's bad too. We want to take the good, the bad, and the ugly. You know why? Because like I just said, if you don't learn from certain things, and everything cannot be sunshine and rainbows. So if you're not learning from your mistakes or your errors or certain situations that happen to come your way, or you happen to stumble into it, you know what I'm saying? Like, how are you going to learn? So that's what we do. We learn. That's what we're here for. All right. So let's kick it. So this is for your health. I'm using the Seers deck. What is the message here for the collective from March 23rd? All right. Calm down. Slow down. All right. So we got 4 of Pentacles here in reverse. I'll clarify that. We got all these cards just jumped out of my lap. We got the King of Swords showing up, the 3 of Swords, bottom of the deck. So, somebody could, again, disclaimer, I am not a medical professional. So, if there's something that's medically being said, it's just to take a listen to it. Is spiritually, guided towards me. So, with this, I'm getting that there could have been a surgical, something to do with surgery of the heart. All right. There could have been some artery clogs. But this is somebody in recovery is what I'm getting from some type of heart issue, heart disease. All right. Yeah, because we got the King here and the Knight of Swords. So definitely there could have been some type of surgery that happened that's took place. There could be something scheduled in the month of April. All right, because we got the 4 here. So this is in reverse. I'm going to clarify a little bit more. What am I clarifying with? I don't know what to clarify with. Hold on a second, guys, because I didn't take out an extra deck, but let me see. Hold on. Let's use the, I'm going to just stick with the script and use the manga deck. All right, so let's clarify a little bit. Why is this here? The 4 of Pentacles. 4 of Pentacles also has to do with money, stability. This could be, if there's anybody who's a Taurus, Capricorn, or a Virgo, any earth signs, this, could be specifically towards these people. We also have been talking about taking our money back from certain places as far as, health, gym, health fitness centers and gyms. This is that taking that money, holding on to it, sitting on it. All right. Or, some people still can be losing money in regards to health, where they're kind of like doing all this different type of yeah, be careful with trying to like go to different, I'm getting herbalist and but something has to do with the heart for sure. So just be careful who, what companies you use as far as, elixirs or herbal medicine. All right. Because you don't want to spend all your money, your hard-earned money that you've been working on, that you've been saving on, and putting it out there to different companies that you're not seeing the effects, taking place. All right. So just be mindful with that. And let's see, why is that there? Raz Girl's in the building. Yay. Hello, beautiful queen. That's the beauty queen. All right. So let's see, why is this here? Ooh, we got a lot of cards. We got the 4 of Pentacles showing up again, clarifying. 3 cards showed up. I will take those because that's a lot. That came out like, whoo. All right. And the 4 of Pentacles to show up again. That's clarifying this 4 of Pentacles here. All right. So yeah, we got the Ace of Wands and the Death card here. So in reverse. Now, we're not gonna get spooky, guys. Y'all know this. If you've been here long enough, you know that the Death card doesn't necessarily represent death, but it can. I'm getting that somebody had a scare And this is why there's some type of surgery or some type of procedure that needs to be taking place in regards to the heart. All right. Or some type of artery, the aortic valve specifically, that the big valve, that is the aorta. That's all right. So we want to be mindful about that. In regards to their health, I'm getting like a mama. Okay, so a mom. But with everything is in reverse, it's like this is all going to take place. So this could be happening. Definitely, we got 4/4. So this could definitely be coming up in April, sometime here in April. Again, we have we got the Ace of Wands here, so that's fire energy, and we got the Death, which is Scorpio. So there's a lot of emotions going on here. Could be getting turned around by different doctors. All right, maybe seeing different specialists, maybe seeing an herbalist. Right, so you're taking your money and you're putting it here, you're putting it there, you're putting it elsewhere, and you're losing this money by doing this. So do your research, do your due diligence with finding out what works best for your health. All right, because know that we all have, our body is different from one another. So what works for one person doesn't necessarily work out for the next person. So you want to be very mindful about that. Could be hypertension or something to do with the heart. All right. Okay, so let's move forward. That was for the health. Let's move forward to finances. And I'm using the Witches deck. I don't know, was Rasgirl here? Love and Loyalty was here when they took our video down that was up there for like 5 hours that we were up there last Monday. YouTube said, listen. But they gave me the option to dispute it. I was just like, nah, I'm good. I don't have the energy. You got it. Like, it is what it is. All right, so let's go on with finances using the Witches deck. We're listening to birds in the background because they also have, been letting me know that there's been some, you can't play people's musics if you don't have their copyrights to it. So it's almost like being in reformatory school. It's very rigid for me. This is why I used to get in. Listen, y'all, we'll talk after this. I want to get my message out. Oy. Okay. My mother was like, Master teacher was like, listen, so you want to cool it down a notch. All right, so let's go on to health. We're doing health right now. Not health, excuse me. We're doing finances. All right, so this is in regards to your finances, your wealth, any type of financial gains, any type of financial ventures that you may be doing. This is all towards that. Okay, so what is for the collective? Ooh, wow. There's like jumpers today. I guess the cards missed me. I missed them. I only did my own reading a couple of days ago, but they missed me. All right, so we got the King of Cups with the 7 of Wands here. All right, so the moon here. So we got Pisces energy, we got Cancer energy, we got water sign energy here, Scorpio. All right, so know that money, the term for currency is all about from the moon. Disclaimer, I'm not an astrologer also, but we know this. The moon cycle brings these currencies. All right, so we just came out of Pisces season. All right, so there could have been some restrictions in regards to making some type of business deals. All right, or there's just somebody who's very emotionally tied up or wants to move. They're tied up with some type of investment or business partner. All right, but this is water. This is water energy right here. So Cancer, a lot of Cancer and Pisces showed up. So you could be dealing business with a Cancer or a Pisces. All right, or a fire sign. So that's Aries, Sagittarius, Leo. All right. But, this has to do with protecting the investments, but being emotionally mature enough to know when to pull back, all right, from certain type of, investments or partnering. All right. Literally, if there's a situation in regards to your business that you feel a little fishy about, chances are then it's no bueno. It is a deal that's going to be a little it's not going to be beneficial for you guys. All right, let's clarify a little bit more using the manga deck. All right, so why is this King of Cups here with the 7? So, and also you could be looking to do something come July or June in Cancer season, specifically the 7th month, which is July. All right, so just do your due diligence with, your homework, dotting your I's, crossing your T's when you do some type of investment with anybody, because this is about your money. You want to treat it very delicately. You want to treat it like a baby. You want to, make sure it's being done right. But be emotionally mature. All right. Sometimes like I said, I came in emotional. I came in on that fiery Aries energy. Gotta slow down. All right. Gotta slow it down. So let's see what's going on here with the King of Cups. All right. Still doing finance. Ooh, that's too much. Okay, so we got the 7 of Swords here. All right, so yeah, definitely something come July that this will be taking place more so. We got the World card here and the Lovers. So, somebody could be dealing business with an ex-partner, an ex Gemini, but somebody who is romantically linked with. So sometimes those deals don't go so well. This is why it's in reverse. You need to do your own stuff. All right. This World card this is your cycle. This is the Wheel of Fortune. This is your time. Not if you had business deals with somebody else or you were romantically linked with somebody and you were working together as a partner. It's not the time for you two. It's your turn. The 7 of Swords here, as I read it, is somebody who they know when to fold them. If you play poker, you know what I'm talking about. I don't, but I know the term. So it's basically removing yourself from certain situations that just, you can't fight that battle anymore. You don't even want to, because this is that Libra energy here. Okay. This is that speaking your mind, Gemini, Aquarius. This is the time to walk away. You left you left what you needed to say and you left what you needed to do. Now is the time to just pick up and keep it moving. All right. You are emotionally mature enough to know I am going to walk away from this situation, because if I don't, it's going to be a bad deal. All right. So look for something come July that might mean more, be more significant around that time. All right. Tap into yourself. If your gut feelings telling you certain, if you're feeling like things are a little fishy, then they are. All right. Also, like I said, you could be dealing with somebody who's a water sign. All right. Or you are the water sign. And, you need to break, or certain things are breaking away from the other partner. All right. But this also, that 7 of Swords, also as tarot reader reads it and how it is written in the tarot book, is that this has to do with deception, lying, thievery. So, you could be having somebody who's doing all this behind your back. All right. So, just keep in tune with the spidey senses, because it's your turn. All right. You got the Wheel of Fortune here, bottom of the deck. So it's your turn to shine and not let anybody take you out of your, off your square. Don't let nobody take you off your square, king, queen, Also know that masculine and feminine energy resides in us both, whether you're a male or female. So even though, ladies, we see the king here, your masculine, could be letting you know, like, I need to be a little more emotionally mature about how I make commitments financially with people, right? So we don't want to get hung up on the gender. We want to know that this masculine energy is coming and taking over, that we need to chill. Some women have more masculine energy than the feminine. It dominates a little bit more. It just means that it just means you might be like a foxy moon. You're just a little aggressive, slightly. All right, so let's move on to romance, because I love it. Who else do we have here? Okay, Black and Power. We're gonna talk. We're almost finished. We're gonna chop it up, as they say. And I'm not gonna go into too much details of it, but yeah. But I do want to talk about something that has to do with us as the people, about a movie that I just watched on Netflix. And so it's a sweet little spin to what it's a how do they say it? A clean catch. I don't know if that's the right word to use, but it's a clean save to what happened last week. That's all. All right, so we're moving on to romance. All right, and I'm using the Angels deck. I'll be using another little romance deck here. That's clarifying. And don't forget to hit that like button, the little thumb, and share and subscribe if you're interested, or you want to tell your friends, your family, your auntie, your mama, your sister. Let them know I do personal readings, and check in with me on Wednesdays, weekdays. Generally, it's in the morning, but I might have to switch because I have, scheduling issues here at home again. Oh, something. All right, so boom, we got Honeymoon. Honeymoon wants to show up, and it dropped right onto my lap. So in regards to romance, guys, we got financial career in reverse. So you could be planning a trip, all right, doing this honeymoon. I know we had talked about this on February 14th, which was that Valentine's Day thing. I did a reading for Valentine's Day. And, it was specifically, I think it was towards the couples, if I'm not mistaken. I think Lotus could remind me that there was couples that needed to just kind of get away from the family. If they're with children, they need to like kind of separate from the children for a moment and just have a little weekend getaway. It's still showing up. So maybe some of us haven't done it. I haven't. I'm still here. So, you could be doing that, but be careful. All right. Because we have here, oh, geez, we got passion right underneath here and deception. All right. Hold on. Boop. So be discerning if somebody wants to woo you. All right, this could be a single, female or a single male. I'm not going to take the males off the board here, but if somebody wants to plan a trip with you, they're all smoke. They're all talk. All right, we got Aries in the building right now because this is Aries season. So some people could be very passionate right now, very hot in the pants. All right, but they don't have the money to back that up. Remember, if you're going through some health issues right now, this isn't the right time to go ahead and start taking these type of trips, especially if you have a heart condition. All right, some type of, some type of heart condition, all right? Or if somebody has a heart condition and you want to get away with them, somebody doesn't have the money for that, all right? Because there's this deception here. So, they're all just like, yeah, let's get away because, they really just want to do the damn thing. You know what I mean? Y'all can fill in the blanks. But they don't have the money to back it up, to back the trip up. So, this could escalate to where everything is getting to the very last minute of things, and somebody just is like, yeah, I can't pay for my trip. And you're like, so, just be mindful of that. If that's not the case, just try to strategize. If you are a couple, and you do want to get away and do some spicy things, all right, some of you might want to wear masks. Y'all want to play dress up. I understand. When you have kids at home, it's very hard to be creative. So some people could be like, they into that kind of stuff where they like to play dress up. And that takes a while. And when you got kids knocking at the door, or they sleep, but then, they hear you and then they wake up, it's kind of hard. So I understand. There was couples, right? I think so. Ugh. So anyway, let's see what else is going on here. All right. And they said enjoy bliss of a holiday together. So, if this is not a very like romantic type of situation, you guys, there's April has a couple of holidays that are coming up. So, somebody, you could be planning to take a little holiday with your loved one. But just make sure you're on track of your money. All right. Because I feel like somebody wants to do this kind of lavish trip, and you don't have the means for it. You don't have the financial backing to do this. So you might have to do like a little trip that's more, not too far from home kind of thing. All right. Yeah, we got coffee cup here. All right. What else? Oh, it's just a little like, listen, but I understand. That's why I'm like, don't get me. I'm telling on myself. Don't dress up. Listen, I understand about that. Some people like to do that stuff. Role play. Oh, Lord. Because we got to keep the spices going. You know what I'm saying? Like, you got to. The wham bam starts to get a little boring for both parties. And so, you might want to be Superman and Clark Kent and Lois Lane. I've never done that before, but I'm just saying. I'm using that as an example. Whatever floats your boat. I understand. All right, so let's see what else is going on here. We got the dragonfly and Cupid's arrow. Ooh, so yeah, this is a spicy thing going on here. We got passion again showing up in the middle of the deck. Bottom of the deck is keys on the ring, many options, decisions. See, one night stand. All right, so guys, if this is, you're not in a relationship per se where it's a committed relationship or a marriage, just be mindful about who's presenting making a trip, and then they might not have the financial backing to make this trip possible. All right. They really just want to take you. They really just want to do the one night stand kind of thing. You know what I mean? And if you're and if you're in a committed relationship and you want to play that role and do the one night stand and go get a hotel room and do it, that's your business. Go ahead. Right? That's what it is. Look, we got coffee cup again showing up right underneath this. You could be telling your boo, hey, listen, you want to meet me at Starbucks? Here's my imagination, y'all. Roll with it. So they're there and you bump into them online. You smile, you flirt back and forth, you bump shoulders with each other, you're getting your coffee. Then you're talking, y'all act like you don't know each other, right? Keep the spices going. So we got dragonfly here, be lighthearted. All right. Time to make change. So, sometimes these kind of things will stifle the relationship. You don't try to make change in the relationship. And we also have Cupid's arrow. All right. So yeah, being lighthearted. All right. Getting that bug where, you got to figure out how to juggle this, being the parent, being, mom, being dad, being, a coworker. You know what I mean? Like all that plays into effect. And then it's like your love life or, your sexual life gets depleted because you're pouring into other stuff. Right here says, even with Cupid's arrow, it's saying here surprise invitation or meeting. That's what I'm saying. Do the coffee cup, meet up at your local coffee shop. You know what I'm saying? If you don't drink coffee, y'all drink tea. You know what I'm saying? I'm just saying. Right. Go to the bar. Oh, Lotus is like, she's like, listen, we could go to the bar and play. I'm like, you can do that too. He's sitting across on the other end of the bar. Y'all giving each other the eye. You know, be like, oh, you know, can I buy you a drink? Listen, but don't act like you're a baller though. Like, cause somebody's really not, you know. So if you could buy the person a drink, you know, you buy your partner a drink, fine. All right. Somebody might not got to pay this week, so you might have to put up some money. All right. Roles reverse. So, you know, I'm hearing Michael Jackson's "It's the falling in love that's making me high. It's the being in love that makes me high." So listen to that song. Y'all understand where I'm coming from. All right, let's get an oracle. And that's the ending of our reading using the wisdom oracles here. All right, so that's the biscuit to sop up all the juicy meat. Listen, y'all. Oh, God. I don't know. Because in fact, what can I talk about then? Like, what is it that I could talk about? Can somebody give me a playbook? Because I can't play my music. I can't talk about certain other things. Guess I'll talk about sex. A Joy is in the building. Salute. Thank you. Just drinking a little valerian tea. Calm my jets. All right, so let's see what is the message for the collective. Boom. Flexible. I don't know. The Aries got me going. All right, bottom of the deck is here and now. All right, so this is 32 breaking down to 5. All right, today's that day. Here and now. All right, we got 19, the alpha and the omega. 19 breaking down to 10, being flexible. So, you know, this can tie into that health as well. All right, so, you know, if you have some type of health condition, all right, be moderate about what you're doing with your health. You know, if you're doing yoga, there are some poses that you might not be able to do that can accelerate and get you a little more excited. All right, just be careful with doing that. But also know that throughout the whole reading, it's about that, right? It's about, even with the finances, it's about taking the opportunity. Like, look, if things didn't work out with somebody that you were with, you were being flexible with them, but they've been doing some grimy stuff behind your back or maybe in front of you, right? So you're just like, gotta let that go. Being flexible, taking charge here and now. All right, putting that foot down. It's the new year, guys. Spring is the spring equinox. So most of us that celebrate that, we look at that as the new year. And think about it. You know, flowers are blossoming. You know, the animals are coming out of, certain animals are coming out of hibernation, right? So things are taking place. Things are taking shift. So, you know, 19 could mean something for somebody. The spring equinox was the 20th, but that was the 19th going into the 20th, right? So that's that being flexible for this new year. Some things might sway you. Don't fall off of your square. All right, like he's sitting here, he's not letting any of this water, waves, crash. He's still sitting on his square. So don't let things sway you just because it could be rocky, just because it could be turbulent. You know, if the relationship is not working out and you're like, you know, try not to be flexible with this, what the card is telling us. Be flexible with whatever is going on right now, kind of going with the flow of things, but standing on your square. Like, don't be a pushover, but you could bend a little bit, but you're not going to break, and you're not going to break down and bow down to certain things and certain people, you know, because you have a tie to them. No, It's a new year. That's why 19 here. Break it down to 10, breaking down to 1. It all begins with 1. It starts with 1, right? Here and now. 5. The change. The shift. All right. So that is your message. And hope that resonates with you guys. All right. So now we're going to talk a little bit more. All right. So I'm going to ring my bell. That was it. Also, if anybody wants a mini reading, before I jump into what I want to talk about, they can ask the moderators there, Lotus or Love and Loyalty. I think if Black and Power is still here, anybody that has a little wrench, you put your name down. If not, you guys can go to my website and get personal readings. All right. Pamela's in the building. No, my dear. Well, you're late on the reading, but you're just on time to talk it up because you weren't here for that. You're very welcome. I don't want to pronounce your name wrong. At Joe. At Joe. Okay. You're very welcome. So, Pamela was out. Thank goodness, Pamela, because she escaped the Pamela, we were here last week for 5 hours. We were chit-chatting, right? It was a Mindful Monday. I had come up with this and I was kind of freestyling. I was being inspired by hearing, some other people that I subscribe to and just kind of wanted to blow the horn a little bit, sound the trumpets off. And they took that video down. YouTube took it down. No, hey, listen, that's what's important. Okay. Let's not get it twisted here. That's real life. This is here for us to like chill, unwind, cut the fat, but that's real life. I get it. So, they took the video down. They had said that it was under mismedical information that I was giving. I wasn't talking about the Jabatin. I was talking about something else. But my disclaimer is I am not a medical professional. And I also didn't have anything that was that I can pull out and reference and give to people. It kind of was just more like us talking, you know what I'm saying? Like if we were just like all together, kind of forgetting that we're on a public platform. And so if we say certain things, we got to really back it up. And so, they asked if I wanted to have it, if I wanted to dispute it. And I was like, no, I really don't. Because I didn't have anything to stand on with it. But I know that was what I was saying was also cutting some nerves because other people that I subscribe with, that's what's happening to their pages. Their channel is getting, put on blast and put on block. So yeah, they took it down. So, it gave me some time to do, and I thought that it was going to be, I thought that they were going to, how I read it, and I probably misread it because I saw it like 2 something in the morning. So I was kind of like half asleep and I thought that they were suspending me for a week, but they were giving me a warning because they said, I've never had any problems like this. So we're giving you a tap on the wrist. But if you do that again, we're going to suspend you and take your page, your channel out for a week. So you can't post anything. You can't go on live. And I was like, all right, okay. So yeah, and I wasn't using any, I was blatant about my stuff. I wasn't like the algorithm, the words that I was saying, especially with the Jabinton, I used those words, but the other stuff I was saying, and it was like, So I was like, all right, I know specifically what they were addressing. So I was like, all right. And again, I had no documentation to back it up. So what, I can't argue it. You know what I'm saying? Because it looks like it's hearsay, even though I've read it somewhere, but I need to quote sites because then it becomes now public information, but it's correct information. It's not like, and I was just talking spicy though, for real. Like I was talking real sassy. Lotus was up here with me and we was like, So yeah. we need to, pump the brakes. But anyway, so I was watching this movie today on Netflix, and I'm not sure. I think it's a new release, and it was with Jamie Foxx. It's called The Power. Hold on. Shoot. Project Power. And I just okay. Project Power, and it was so Jamie Foxx is in there. He's one of the main characters, and I forgot what the little white guy's name is. Let me look up what the name of the guy's name. Anyway, I'm going to give you a synapse. I'm not going to tell you. I don't like to do spoiler alerts. Hold on a second. Maybe because I'm like emotional. I don't know what the heck is wrong with me, but that movie had me crying, and it's an action movie. What the hell? I cried at the end, and I'm gonna tell you why. Because the synapses is that there's a father looking for his child, but there's this nefarious pill that people are taking that can, turn their bodies and transform their bodies into different things. I'm not going to tell you what it is. And hold on, let's see who the characters are. Okay, the cast is Joseph Gordon-Levitt, Jamie Foxx, Dominic Fishback, Courtney B. Vance, which is my beautiful queen. What is her name? Angela Bassett's husband, and Alan Maldonado. There are a couple of other people in there, but you might not know them. Anyway, it's a cool movie to check out, guys. It came out in 2022. It's on Netflix. Shameless plug. But so the synapses is that there's this, there's a father looking for their child. There's this because there's like three. It's not like a Inception where there's like three stories going on at one time, but there are three characters that are tied into just this one main the main storyline. But why I cried was because they realize, right, the people who do these type of movies. First of all, the main characters were melanated. All right. Even though they had Joseph Gordon-Levitt in there, he was what do you call that? The second, or if it's the main character, then he's like, the second in role. I forgot what do you call that? But anyway, so the main character is really Jamie Foxx. But at the end, it shows you that first it gives you a dynamic of a father and daughter kind of thing, and that's what got me, because y'all know how I talk about my dad here from time to time, and although he's a Pisces and gets on my damn nerves, there's nothing like a daddy and daughter relationship. I'm not going to say I'm a daddy's girl, but my dad does kind of favor me a little bit more over my brother. But because I don't know, like my dad has these weird conversations with me. Like he talks to me, like my dad's not a sports guy, but he talks to me about like stupid stuff like sex. We talk about everything under the sun, right? We have these deep thought conversations, but it's like when he wants to like talk about man shit, like he talks to me, and I'm just like, but you have a son, like you got other sons, you got my stepbrother. It's like, so I'm the one that takes a listen to this. Oh yeah, Shorty was looking at me. I still got it. And I'm just like, oh, God. So whatever. So in that's what brought me to tears. And then to know that, now I don't want to give too much away because it's a beautiful story at the end, but it's a dope movie. It's an action pack, but it's like, to know that even if it's not even if it's not a biological child, there's still this love there that is unprecedented. But with a biological child and the things and having a girl, girls women are powerful. The melanated woman is God, is God. And so what was taking place was showing you who God is without telling you. They showed it to you. So know that the woman, if we can, bear nations. Yes, it takes a man to help us, but we birth nations, is what I'm saying. It's a really nice movie, Pamela. I think you will love it. They throw in their little racial, it's funny. They throw in their little racial things, but it takes place in St. Louis, New Orleans at that. And it's like kind of like a sci-fi of action based movie. But like I said, I was seeing certain things, because my spidey senses start to tingle. You could see certain things through the movie, through past, you know what I mean? Like spiritually, you could see certain codes and stuff like that throughout the movie. And at the end, I was just like, because, in the beginning, because it was a mother and daughter dynamic that happened, and certain things that played out in that was making me cry because I understood what was going on in that too. So it's a beautiful movie, you guys. Catch it if you can. It's on Netflix though. But some children are not fortunate to have great parents, or not great parents, but and we talked about this last week. This is some of the things that we were talking about. Because our parents did the best that they could. But if there is a situation where there's some type of physical, emotional, mental, sexual abuse, sometimes it might be a little harder to get around to forgiving or truly making peace with certain things that happen as a child in your life. But on the flip side is if you had a good relationship, with your family, with your parents, with your father or your mother, it shows. You can tell certain people who had a good upbringing because they were loved by their parents, regardless of whatever the situation may be. Because I'm coming from parents they're divorced, and that rocked my world because I was in love with my parents. If that makes sense, like, am I buffering? Okay, I hope I'm not buffering. But so when they got divorced, it definitely it rocked my world. And then I had to go through a different, two households and stuff like that. But regardless of what was going on between them, even though there was some emotional stuff, but as an adult, I got over it. But even though they were going through their turmoil, they still showed love in their own way to me and my brother, the best that they could. So when you see certain movies that mimic your life, you can't help but to sit back and, we're in the age of the Aquarian right now, where it's that knowing. Okay. It's that age of Aquarian, right? Happy New Year, Karima says. It's what it is. It's the new year. So this time where, as we talked about last week as well, we're coming up to some holidays that are coming through. People celebrate Easter and, all that other stuff, Ramadan. So these are the times when we atone for our sins. These are the times when we have reflection. And it's no coincidence that it happens during the month of April or during the spring equinox, when there's a new beginning in life. The Gregorian calendar shows us that January is the quote unquote new year. But according to the Mayans and ancient calendars, the spring is the new year. And it would only make sense that that's why it's around that time, because this is when fertilization happens. This is when new life in all things, plants, animals, and people take place. There's no coincidence that there's a lot of spring weddings. All right. There's no coincidence that there are, you know, gatherings, people meeting up more so because the weather's getting nice, the pheromones are kicking in. You could shed a few clothing now. Now you're looking. Listen, we getting back to this, to the romance here. You know what I'm saying? So, oh no, Pamela. Sheesh. It's just we're not in any retrogrades either. All the planets are not in they're direct right now. So there shouldn't be like, you know, people are trying to blame Mercury for any problems. There's no retrogrades until the end of April. Then we go into Mercury retrograde. We get I think that's the first one that goes into retrograde. So, you know, retrogrades are where planets are kind of, they say that it's, you know, kind of moving backwards, but all it really is just standing still while we're moving ahead. So it's fighting with this polar opposites. We're moving, but the planet is not. So, you know, if you have this planet in your house, right? And I've mentioned about our astrology and our houses. We have the 12 signs, and each one of them has a house that they belong to. So if you're a Cancer, that has to do with, excuse me, guys. I have a piece of hair that's in my mouth. All right. If you are a Cancer, that is the fourth house. Cancers are the family. Sixth house has to do with families as well, but sixth house has to do with your day-to-day. So, you know, if you're a home, you know, parent, housewife, or if you're a stay-at-home dad, you know, or you work from home, that's your everyday. So if you got a lot of planets that are in your sixth house, which I do, I have what they call a stellium, which is 3 planets and 3 signs that are in my sixth house. So that has to do with my everyday, and that has to do with, you know, even at work, like that's what that has to do with. Seventh house is about relationships, intimate relationships, boyfriend and girlfriend, husband and wife type thing. Your first house is who you are, is your core, what people see you as, and who you are shown to the world. That is your first house. And so the different houses mean different things. All right. So those are the houses that I kind of know the most because I study them the most is my first house. You know, my Cancer, my sun sign is in my sixth house. So when it's supposed to be it's in the fourth. Cancer is the ruler of the fourth house, but it's in my sixth house. So, you know, being Cancers are maternal and nurturers by nature, being in the sixth house, and that's more of the home setting or your day-to-day. It's just me nurturing and taking care of myself, taking care of my family, my home, you know, even at work or coworkers, and just kind of being like this motherly figure to everybody. My Aquarius is in my first house, so that's more like who I resonate with on the outside, or a day-to-day interaction with people is more like an Aquarius. And my moon sign is in Taurus, and that also happens to be in my sixth house. So, you know, it's a very interesting, when you start to know who and what you are, it all starts to make sense for you. We were talking about last week the reading of your what is that called again? Oh my goodness, did I throw it out? Hold on, because this is a very interesting thing as well, and that's what I've been doing, is doing that type of studying. The human let me get that correct. The human design. So if you can go online and check that out and see, it's the human design. And there are people that do readings for that, so they can read your what your human design is. So, you know, I kind of got this offline. I didn't get anybody that read it to me per se, but it makes sense about, you know, that I'm the generator, and the name is the precursive name to generator was the alchemist. So it makes sense why this name alchemist comes up as being a generator. And it's the person who's the cog on the wheel that keeps everything going. And it's not somebody who's the manifester who makes things happen. It's the person that got to keep the things going, keeping the wheel, the machine going. So that's what the generator is. So it's a very, it's an awesome dynamic to read about, not only just doing astrology or doing your cards, but just also knowing, you know, what your I want to do a human design reading, and I want to get an aura reading because I want to see what I know what my aura is, but you know, that was a couple of months ago. Yeah, so you know, it lets you know, you just punch in, you go into the website there, human design, you give them what your birth date is, where you were born, and it jots down what you are. So there's five human designs. One is the alchemist, the other one is or AKA generator. The other one is a generator and a manifester. So that's, you know, that works hand in hand. The other ones are the, hold on. I like to screenshot some of this stuff. Okay, so it's called the quantum human design, right? And the first one is the initiator or the manifester. And that's to inform and initiate things. So, you know, if you feel like you're the one that always has to start the family things, or, you know, you're the one that takes initiative of things, you're more of the manifester. If you are the alchemist or the generator, you wait to respond to things. So it makes sense why it's not procrastination, but I have a divine timing of things. So I'm not the most timeliest person, and y'all know that. We're coming on here. Y'all see me coming late. It's basically my time and not their time. And yeah, work was a little trying because I would get late. I would be late most of the time. The time bender. The time bender is the manifester / generator. And they wait to respond, they envision, they inform, and they take action. The next one is the orchestrator or projector. And they wait for recognition and invitation. The last is the calibrator or the reflector, and they wait a lunar cycle. So apparently, if you've gotten to be a reflector, you're kind of like top notch. You kind, and not everybody is that. There's like a certain percentage, a very small percentage of people out here that are reflectors. Most people would be time benders, which is the manifester and generator. They could be the alchemist or the initiator, aka manifester. So that's what most of us are. But yeah, you go onto the website, just type in human design and you type in your information, and then boom. It's kind of a bootleg thing, but you know, if you can afford to get your reading done, you should do it. Because there's nothing like learning and understanding who you are, what makes you tick, why you do the things that you do. I started reading this like 2 weeks ago, and I'm like, it explains why I put alchemist as my name. Because when I had started this journey, it was really me wanting to make Florida water and smokeless sage. And how I was doing it was kind of like an alchemist. And if you think what an alchemist is a person who can change certain metals into gold, right? So it all clicks and makes sense why I would choose this name. Then reading it, and it says you are the alchemist, and I'm like, reading the book The Alchemist made sense to me. So you know, if you can get to certain things in your life, like knowing, you know, where your house is, because it's not only just your house placements, it's not only knowing what your signs are. We're also made up of numbers. You know, you were born into a certain date, right? And those hold weight as well. So for me, my birth date is the birth date is 19. That's the alpha and the omega, the beginning and the end. Everything starts and begins with me. Not sounding, I'm not trying to stand on a bullpen and blow my horn and stuff like that. I'm not trying to be ostentatious. What I'm saying is that number 19, when it breaks down to 10. That's new beginnings, right? If you're born on a 4th date, so say you were born April 4th, that's 4-4. That is a one of what they call, it's not a master number, but it's a highly vibrating number. So you are a builder, you are a doer, right? We're in the year 6, 2022. 22 is a master number. It's a building number. So I also have that with 4 breaking down to 22. I got master number in my life path, and I have 11 in my soul path. And 11 is about the psychic teacher. So it's amazing. It blows my mind. I love learning these things because it just makes sense why certain avenues I'm going down in my life now, or what has happened in my past, makes sense why the things they happen. That's all. Oh, snap. Maybach's in the building. Salute. All right. Maybach's in the building. Maybach left early. They took my video down, Maybach. They took my Mindful Monday down. It's like, okay. YouTube was like, so, you know what I'm saying? We got powers. That's why I said watch, if you can watch that movie, guys, the Project Power with Jamie Foxx. It's an awesome movie. It really is. And the the take home story is that we have powers. And the melanated person at that has more of that. And this is why certain things are projected and told, and some of it is in plain sight. Like, we can see these movies, like they didn't hide anything in this movie. They were really, they showed you their little signs and all that other little stuff that we know what they're talking about. If you don't know what they're talking about, all right, but for the most of us that know how to read signs and symbols, that movie was showing you everything. Like I said, it was made in New Orleans, and y'all know that's Voodoo Town. All right. So that energy there, and the movie's called Project Power, and the main cast was melanated. They wasn't hiding nothing behind all that. So, some people are crafty and they hide that. I want to see the new Doctor Strange that's coming out in May. I love Strange. He is an alchemist and he's a time bender. He knows how to shift through different dimensions. And I'm like, yo, if that could be my power, it would be his combined with Spider-Man. I like that. Because Spidey be making moves. You don't really have to be like who's got crazy moves? That just lets you know, like Red Pill says, you're a blurb. Yeah, I'm a little nerd. I like comic books. I grew up on comic books. Listen, my parents would tell me, you're bored, go read a book. They buy me comic books. And I watched Super Friends with my dad on Saturday morning. We used to watch Johnny Quest. So I grew up on all those type of superhero shows and super friends and all that good stuff. So for me, it's like, it seems nerdy because, that's typically what a boy should be. But I grew up around boys. G.I. Joe. I watched G.I. Joe, Transformers, He-Man, Star Wars. We had to act this out. Like since I was the only girl around the block, well, just within my mother's and father's friends, they were all like, the boys were like 3 years older than me. It was like 3 boys and me. And I had to play like Princess Leia. And when we played Deuce of Hazzard, I had to be Daisy. And I'm like, I don't want to be Daisy. Like, I want to be Luke, and I want to be in front in the car, and I want to drive. And they're like, no, go sit in the back. So I'm like, they was treating me like a stepchild. It's like, damn it. I want to be Luke. Why can't I drive the car? Because my dad had like this long white Grand Prix, all white leather. Good times. It's like, show. I used to play ninjas with the boys and run up and down the block. Listen, I didn't do the girly thing too much unless I had to stay near my mom. And it was like, all right, now I could get the girls to come over and play Barbies. But for the most part, I'm running around, riding bikes, skating, doing all kinds of stuff that I can't, climbing rocks and all kinds of stuff with the boys because it was fun. Than to be sitting around playing dolls all day long. Like, that's boring. Who wants to do that? It's boring. So, this movie, like I said, has good action in it, good storyline. It moves fast. And like I said, it moved me. I was like crying at the end, like, oh, it's an action movie. I don't know why I was crying. It was a touching moment, an emotional scene, but it wasn't supposed to be. But yeah. So you guys, that's what you got to do to find yourself and go online and do calculations or get people who can do these type of readings. I don't do that stuff at all. I'm not a numerologist. I don't know how to do the human design thing. Like, there's people that can do that. If you could get a hold of that, that's awesome. Because, like I said, it helps us to know who we are and understand where we're going in life. So, all right, y'all. So I'm going to close out. I wanted to just do the midweek with everybody. If anybody wants a personal reading, as I said before, they can go click into the little pin description there. Also go into my about section and click on the link. If you're having a hard time doing all that and above, please go into, you can go into my Foxy Moon Spiritual Alchemist _ all right, it's Foxy Moon _ Spiritual Alchemist on IG. You can leave a message there. I can't do any posting on there either because IG got me. They got me like this, so I can't post anymore for some reason. Hold on, I'm gonna put it in the description. And you guys can do that. You get a personal reading there. I don't know if I'm spelling it right, but you can understand. The movie that I was talking about is, I put it into the chat. So, it's a cool movie to watch even with your kids. Like, it's a dope, anybody. You can sit alone or watch it with other people. It's a pretty cool movie. So, I don't know if I missed anybody. I don't think so. If anybody wanted a little mini reading. There might be some delays going on here. I'm not sure. There shouldn't be any. Mercury Retrograde stuff going on with us. Okay. Salute to everybody that came through. I saw some new people that I didn't recognize, but thank you for coming through. I appreciate that so much. And let's see. Lotus, you're so silly. I was just reading your comments. Oh man. Yes. What's the website for the quiz? It's not a quiz. It's called the Human Design. And this is online. Let me see what was the name of that. To find out what your strategy type is that what it is? Okay. Strategy. How am I spelling this? STRTE. Strategy by type. Okay. All right, so that's that. Lotus wanted to know the website, so we have that there. Okay. And we as they say, we dodged the bullet. So I should be back on next week And the following week, I will be doing all signs. So just prepare for that, because that's about like almost 2 hours. We're going through all the signs for the month of April. If anybody is a Aries, come up, stand up, because that's your time to shine. You'll get your Aries reading then. That will probably be the 30th of the month, of this month. If not, I'll push it to April. I'm not sure, depending on what happens between now and then. But for the most part, look for the 30th for all signs. Again, be sure to like, share, and subscribe. If you don't want to share, that's fine. Just hit that little thumbs up button before you leave. And if you're loving and digging the content, if it's resonating with you, please subscribe. And I'll catch you guys on the flip side. Thank you so much to my Lotus, my moderator extraordinaire. Thank you. Okay. For holding me down as always, and for my beautiful deck that I will be using next week, or the 2 weeks when we do on all signs. And all the other moderators who came through. So with that being said, y'all, catch you on the flip side. Peace.